Do you ever go to a new town and just for a quick visit and wonder what is it that I should do while I'm here? I got a little bit of time to kill, but not too much. So what do I do? Well, when you're visiting Detroit, there are a few must-do things that I think you should do. And I will talk to you about them right now. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Dan from Michigan and lived in the Detroit area pretty much my whole entire life. I've gone away a few times and always come back. But Detroit has changed a lot over the last number of years. And if it hadn't been for COVID, it'd probably even be more on an upward trajectory. But a lot of great things have happened. And so if you're going to Detroit, let's say you're going to a convention of some type, or you have a business meeting and you're going to downtown Detroit. If you're going to stay in that area and you know you don't really need to rent a car, I would highly suggest that when you get to the airport, you can actually do this ahead of time. You can reserve a spot on the DAX, DAX, Detroit Airport Express. It leaves from both terminals and will take you directly to downtown Detroit, right across from the Westin Hotel. And it'll be at Michigan Avenue and Washington Street. And I tell you that so I know when I go online and I'm looking for hotels to stay at, if I'm staying somewhere, is it close to this? So like the Huntington Center used to be Cobo Hall, is one of the places where they have big conventions downtown. And then there's shows, you have the Fox and a number of other theaters that are right there. And that bus will take you right downtown. It is a really nice motor coach, not really a bus. Nice motor coach, great people working there. They'll take you directly from the airport, no stops, right to downtown Detroit. And most everything right there if you're going to be in that area, is going to be walkable. Now, when you get off that motor coach, another thing that you can do, it's called the People Mover. When you get off that coach right there in downtown Detroit, the People Mover is literally a half a block away. It's a rail system that just goes in a circle, but it covers a lot of the areas in downtown Detroit that people might want to check out. For example, the Renaissance Center is right on the water, and it'll take you right to the Renaissance Center. The Huntington Place, which I talked about for having conventions, it takes you right there. I mean, right inside the building, actually, okay? And so Greektown. So there's a few places that it's going to take you to that you don't have to even pay. You just go up the elevator, or walk up the stairs. And about every 5 minutes, this thing comes pretty much most of the day. I know it's very early in the morning till like midnight, if I'm not mistaken. So that will also get you around. I highly recommend you get on that People Mover once you get there and ride it the whole way around so you can see everywhere it stops and then go to wherever your destination is. So if you're staying at the Westin, obviously you can go check in there first and then go ahead and take the People Mover. We have Uber and Lyft. Those are very easy. There's plenty of them in that area, so you have no problem there. But if you don't need to use any of that stuff, it can get expensive, right? So where do you want to go when you're downtown in the Detroit area? Now, this is a little bit more than a walk. Maybe you take a little Uber or Lyft or a cab and get over to it. But the Michigan Central train station, it used to be a hub just like the one in Chicago, except smaller. Okay, so if you've ever been to the train station in Chicago, it is actually a beautiful station, well maintained. And Ford Motor Company took this building, and it had been sitting empty for 50 years. They redid it. They're still redoing it. But the main floor where you can go in, they actually have a little area where you can sit at counter or in lounge chairs or whatever with your computer if you got work to do. Really nice area, huge windows, beautiful place to go. There's a couple of places in there you can grab something to have some coffee or donuts and stuff like that. And I'm trying to think if there's actually any, well, there's restaurants right around the corner. I mean, right there. So you can go to those as well that once you get there. It's on Michigan Avenue. And you can actually take a bus from right downtown if you wanted to Michigan Avenue. It costs you a couple bucks, but not everybody's comfortable taking a bus in a new city. And, you know, you never know who's going to be on that. So it's not a big deal. But if you don't want to do it, you know, take an Uber or Lyft, or you can actually walk there if you're a good, not problem with walking too far. It's not really that far to get there. But it will take, you know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get there, probably walking. But the Michigan Central train station is beautiful. They got beautiful grounds. If you come here in the spring, it's really well landscaped and very pretty outside. There's a few restaurants right in that area, like right on each corner. One's a burger joint, one's a nicer joint with a bar and stuff. There are several bars. So there's a lot of good places right there as well. And it's building more and more out there now that Ford has reopened this. It's only been open a year or two, I think. And so and this is 2026. So it's been, you know, open for a little bit, but just a really cool place to go and visit. So number one, I would do that. Number two, well, number one was the People Mover. Number two is the Central Train Station. There's also a Riverwalk that walks along the Detroit River that's all been really newly renovated. Really nice spot to go along there as well. Visit the Rensen. That's right on the water. And when you take the People Mover, it takes you right across the water. If you want to go over into Canada, it's just a quick jog over to Canada. So I don't know if they still have the bus. They did, and I think they were talking about eliminating that, but there used to be a bus you could take right over. You have to check that out when you get there. But there's a casino over there. Now, as you're going on the People Mover, you will come to a spot called Greektown. And this has got a number of old Greek restaurants, great pizza if you like really deep dish pizza, and some great bars and stuff down in that area as well as a casino. There's Greektown Casino. And that's, I think, the only casino that you actually can take the People Mover to. We have two other ones, but if that's something you're looking at. So that downtown area is pretty good. It's well lit. There's police all over the place. It has become a much safer place just because of their presence more than anything else. And even at night, the place is pretty active. A lot of young people have moved down into the Detroit downtown area. And so there's always people outside. But like anywhere, you know, just be aware, you know, there's always somebody that may not be the best person to be in that area, right? So you just got to keep an eye, you know, they're looking for people that may not pay attention to what's going on. So the Greektown, great food, great entertainment, great pizza if you like pizza, Greek treats, the casinos down there. You also have Grand Circus Park, which is one of the stops on the People Mover. If you get out there, it'll take you to a short walk. I mean, a very short walk, like 2 blocks, to get to the Lions Stadium if you're coming in for a Lions game. If you're coming in for a Red Wings game, they're there. The Pistons, all of it right there. I mean, literally, we're just in a 2-block walk from the People Mover. Campus Martius, which is just down Woodward, another great spot. If you're coming here in the winter, they have an ice skating rink outside and lots of little places to take advantage of, and that all complement that. The Fox Theater and a number of other theaters that we have, the Fisher Theater, all pretty much within walking distance right of the Campus Martius Park. And so just really, I guess, just kind of hyping up those areas and what to do. But, just reiterating, definitely if don't need to rent a car, you're going to be down in that area. If you're going to Huntington Place or any convention right there in that area, just take the DAX right from the airport. Then if you're staying in that area, take the people mover, check it out, see where it goes. You can get on that all the time, and you want to go to different spots and check it out, you'll be able to do that. And then, of course, the Michigan Central Station, they've done such a fantastic job putting it back to the original way how it looked. It stands out where it is like a huge ornament out there. Okay, it's just right there by itself. So as I said, it's a little bit of a walk, but not too bad. And then you can also take an Uber. So if you got any questions about anything in the Detroit area, downtown area that you might want to put in here, I'll keep an eye and I'll be glad to answer any questions that might help you when you're visiting. I know it's such a pain sometimes coming to a town that you don't know, you've never been to, and what do I look for? Where can I go? Is this close to this? And maybe I can help you out. Okay. So anyway, Dan from Michigan here. Have a phenomenal day. Glad you're able to join me. Please like and share this with other people that you might know that might want to have this information. And I'll hope to do more videos on visiting Michigan and different places to go. I've already thought of a few places in my mind that I want to talk about when I do another one. So have a phenomenal day.